Hey guys, hope you guys are doing good. Got another video for you guys today. We're going to be talking about a game you can teach your dog where you're going to teach them to use their nose to find things. We're going to be using food rewards for that. All right, so right now I got some chunks of hot dog that I've cut up and I've roasted so they're not as slimy as a raw hot dog. We've got Sarabi out here who's an elderly dog. She's over 11 years old and her eyesight's going bad, but this is still a great way to incorporate some training with her, get her mind thinking, get some cognitive things going on, which can help keep her as youthful as possible, okay? So all I'm gonna do to start this off, again, the goal is to teach her and have her use her nose to find things. So I'm just gonna show her that I have some food in my hand and I'm gonna gently toss it a little bit away from me, all right? And all I'm looking for is for her to go over there, search for the piece of food with her nose like you see her doing, find it, eat it, and then whenever she eats it, I can encourage her back to me if she's not coming back, or I can let her come back to me on her own, okay? So I'm not sure if she found it yet or not because I was talking to you guys, so we'll give her a second, and then I'll call her back. Sarabi, okay? Once she's back to me, I'll do it again, another repetition, where I gently toss it. That one was a little bit far off to the side, so you can see her searching with her nose, right? And so I toss that one just a little bit out of the scope of what we're starting with here. So all I'll do over here is I'll kind of guide her in this direction. Robbie, find it. Okay. Find it. There you go, she found it right there. Okay, so I want to keep, originally when I'm first doing this, I want to keep when I'm tossing the food in as a straight line as possible and not that far away, just so we can get the initial concepts down. Okay, Sarabi. So bring her back over here. Notice how, if you can see it in the camera, it's a little bit in the grass. So we do want to find some grass that's medium height or bigger when we're doing this, so we can give her a little bit of a challenge to find it in, okay? Now I hope you get the concept of that. We're basically just taking the food in a straight line. We're tossing it in a certain area away from us, and then we're allowing her to chase the food to go and find it, okay? So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hold her collar while I've got the food in my hand. So I toss the food to the same general area, go find it, okay? And then I say go find it or find it, whatever word you wanna use. Then I release the collar so she can go over to that area. And what that does is kind of breaks up her eyesight. So up to this point, she's been using eyesight to assist her in finding the food. And now I'm kind of breaking that up by holding her back for a little bit, okay? Find it. So you can see her deliberately using her nose to seek it out and grab it. Sarabi. Okay, once she has it, she keeps sniffing. Find it. Okay, so this will be the next step. And again, you can make this as challenging as you'd like or as easy as you'd like starting off. Again, when you're first starting off this game, this sequence, I would definitely make it as easy as possible, just to teach your dog the basic concepts. Go find it. Ways you can make this harder is you can find taller grass, you can find more bushy areas, harder terrain, more difficult terrain. And then the next thing we're gonna do as far as this basic sequence right here, I'm gonna toss it, I'm gonna make her walk around in a circle like this. Go find it. And then I release her to go find it. So she has to break her eyesight on it. Good girl, Sarabi. So again, same thing. I toss it. I have her walk in a circle. Go find it. And I release her to go find the item. Okay, I didn't see if she got that one or not. Okay, so we'll bring her back over here. Again, we toss it. It's in a little bit of grass over there. Walk her in a circle. Go find it. And we'll allow her to go find it, use her nose to locate the item and find it, okay? And again, this is as basic as it gets. And you can make this much more complicated by using different terrain, taller grass, bushier areas, divots in the ground. I think there's one other piece over there. You got them all. Okay. So now I'm going to show you guys another sequence of the game. Okay, so throughout this, up to this point, we've just been tossing it in a straight line to a general area. We did talk about how making it more difficult, you can take her to areas where there's taller grass, more bushy terrain, where there's more divots in the ground, because if you toss it into a divot, right, she has to seek out that divot with her nose and find it. Another way we're going to do it is we're going to toss a piece over here, find it, and then we'll toss a piece behind her, find it. So once she goes for the piece that we've tossed in front of her, then she switches to the piece behind her. As soon as she grabs that piece, we'll toss another one right behind her, okay? So the piece is right over here. And as you play these kind of games with your dog, you'll start to see how they actually smell things and how they maneuver their body. So the wind right now is very lightly blowing this direction. So there's a piece of food right over here. It should be blowing that way, finagling the scent through the grass. There you go. Robbie, find it. Go find it. So if the scent is moving that way generally, right, and she's over here, that scent could be moving through the grass, okay? But you'll start to notice the more you play this game, your dog, when they start coming into that scent cone, where the scent's at, they detect it, they move in that direction, so on and so forth, okay? Notice how she's struggling a little bit with this one, okay? There you go, she's in the scent cone now. She went a little bit too far following the scent that way. She's coming back this way. The item's right over here to my right. There, she just got it right there, okay? Yeah, bring the camera over here for a bird's eye view. Okay, Robbie, find it. Go find it. Okay, so the item is right over here by this leaf. Find it, Robbie. So right there, she got into the scent cone. So if the item's right here, right, the scent cone's going like this because the wind's blowing this way. So if she's maneuvering on the edge of the scent cone, you'll be able to see when she enters the scent cone and swings her body around to the item, okay? So it's really interesting to watch that and also watch how they develop their cognitive ability, all right? But again, this is just a very basic game to use your dog's scent, right? Help them think more, help them use some cognitive abilities. Very basic here. You could use the straight line approach. Then you could use the hold the collar approach. Then you could use the walk around after you toss it approach, and then eventually do the front and back tossing. You could change up the terrain. So there's a lot of different things you could do with this. You could start with food and then go to a toy. So there's a lot of different things you can do with this. This is just a game just for fun, just to get out and do something different with your dog. Or if you have an elderly dog that can't do long walks or hiking or other things that are physically active, you can do a game like this where you know, you can challenge them cognitively a little bit, which, as research shows, is great for longevity of the dog, getting them doing physical activity, getting them outside every day. Okay, hope you guys have a good one. Leave us any comments and feedback below. We'll talk to y'all next time.